Buckeye wide receivers and the top receiving tandem, in the country are expected to miss today's game against Rutgers. What does that mean for Ohio State? And what does that mean for the college football playoff? What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. Do you think Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate missing the game against Rutgers will affect Ohio State's ranking in the college football playoff? And how do you feel about the two best wide receivers, according to me, missing the game against Rutgers is going to affect the Buckeyes going into not just this game, but Michigan next week? I look at this and I see, okay, we have Carnell Tate missing another game with what is considered a lower body leg injury, and Jeremiah Smith missing another game with a lower body leg injury. And before the Rutgers fans and the Michigan fans get up out here and try to say something nasty, Jeremiah Smith was limping in last week's win for the Buckeyes. Carnell Tate has been dealing with a lower body injury for the last 3 weeks. And there have been some folks that believe that both Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate should be healthy scratches for this game against Rutgers anyway, because it's a name the number game for the Buckeyes. The Rutgers is 5-5, and their best offensive asset is still running the football. And Ohio State's best, I think, asset outside of Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Julian Sand is stopping the run and stopping people from scoring. This also is kind of a really great reason to see the younger wide receivers and veteran leadership of Brandon Ennis on display. I don't know if you've been noticing or not, but it ain't like the Buckeyes lack 4 wide receiver room. As a matter of fact, one of the things that makes them remarkable in this day and age is that they've been able to hold on to so many talented wide receivers throughout the process who trust it. Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate are the tip into that. But you'll know Carnell Tate, more than Jeremiah Smith, has really been the guy that has shown you can do this and have a great career, not just at Ohio State, but in the NFL. Jackson Smith-Njigba did this. Chris Olave did this. Garrett Wilson did this. Emeka Egbuka did this, where you kind of become the third guy, and then over the next couple of years, you have a chance to become the number 1, number 2, get a lot of those targets and attempts. Jeremiah Smith skips the line because Jeremiah Smith is 1 of 1, and everybody in that wide receiver room knows it, right? It's really fun the way that this team understands, no, we need the most talented guys out playing football, the most experienced guys playing football. And right now, that's Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate. Until today, when it's not. So what I'm excited about in this game against Rutgers is the opportunity, not just for Brandon Ennis to shine, but Mylan Graham to shine, Quincy Porter to shine. I mean, we can keep going down the line on this, but I go back to saying the Buckeyes have been so great at wide receiver, particularly since 2021, that the argument should be made that the third best wide receiver could be at Ohio State, could win the Biletnikoff Award somewhere else, because it happened. You'll remember that Jameson Williams was wide receiver number 3 for the Buckeyes and chose to transfer, went to Alabama, won the Biletnikoff Award, mostly because he got the targets down there and he had great service. That's what it's like to be in that Buckeye receiving room. And now the guy that was the wide receivers coach is the offensive coordinator and play caller. He understands what's in that room, and he also understands what Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith have. What this also gives the Buckeyes an opportunity to do is further, I think, wrap their arms around that number 1 ranking. Because if you show you can beat Rutgers and cover the spread, and according to our friends at MyBookie, let's go check out what the spread has kind of dropped to, if it has dropped at all, since this news broke, against the Scarlet Knights. No, it's actually moved. It's up to 39.5. So perhaps you think that that's a better buy for you if you're into making the wager. And if you are into making the wager, consider using my promo code, RJ Young, all one word, and go bet the over, bet the under, player props, spread, whatever. You can do that. And I think this is going to be an interesting game to see how the Buckeyes could cover this 32.5. If for no other reason than you're not going to take the top off the defense with those 2 guys. Doesn't mean you're not going to take the top off the defense. The other thing that I love about MyBookie is if you miss on this bet and use the promo code RJ Young, all one word, all caps, they'll cover your bet up to $500. So you hit the bet back bonus token and you get to play again. So use the promo code. Let me know how it goes in the comments below. I'm looking at Ohio State, and I think right now we're just nitpicking. So bear with me on that. It was the special teams. Then Lorenzo Styles ran one back. I still think it could be better on punt return. But, there's that. Punt block. There's that. They've been solid most other places, save one. You would like to see a more consistent rushing attack, but that's because it's Buckeye football, and Buckeye football has always been built around running the ball up until basically 2018, right? Since 2018, wide receivers have really taken over as the dominant threat and playmakers on that football field. I mean, it's not as if Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins were not great. They are. Trey Sermon, them, not great. He was, down the line, right? I keep going. Maya Williams, good. And it's not as if the running attack at Ohio State is not good. It's just not great. And you've got true freshmen that you really want to see running the rock. Bo Jackson being one of them, Isaiah West being one of them. And maybe you're going to scratch a healthy CJ Donaldson too, just because. James Peoples is a guy you'd like to see break out a little bit more. If you can get more of the run game going, it's going to be great. But the thing that I think is really going to be interesting about, because it's a pass first team and should be, is what does Julian Sayin do with this other group of wide receivers who might not have the same chemistry with him as Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith. I would like to see that build quickly, right? Now, we're also talking about a Julian Sayin who is not being mentioned as much as a Heisman finalist, or excuse me, as a Heisman favorite to win it, as Fernando Mendoza and some others. And I think the old underclassman rule is really going to hit him in the face. But if he can go out and he can put up 3 bills on Rutgers without Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate, using guys like Brandon Ennis, like Quincy Porter, like Mylan Graham, are we still going to not consider this guy to be one of the best, if not the best, college football player in the country that they're going to give the award to, right? Like, we can have this loud discussion about who the best player is. And usually it's not a quarterback. It's not a running back. It's not a wide receiver. Still think Jeremiah Smith's the best player in the entire country, but he's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, right? Especially missing a game, especially since his numbers aren't that of Devontae Smith's. We haven't really seen someone outside of Fernando Mendoza, Julian Sayin, Diego Pavia. I mean, it was Ty Simpson, then he got beat by Oklahoma. Gunnar Stockton will probably keep up there if they finish 11-1, but Marcel Reed has a real opportunity to take this thing from everybody. If they go undefeated and they win the SEC championship, it's probably going to be his. So it's still wide open, but I do think this is an opportunity for Julian Sayin to put together one more game to show, hey, maybe I'm the guy.